Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at my completed pages and maybe some of my not so completed pages that I did for the months of June and July. I didn't do one of these for June because by the end of June I got sick with COVID, so I didn't end up making one. So I have compiled everything for the last 2 months into one video. Worked out pretty good because I don't think I colored too many things in June anyway. So most of these things I'm going to show you, I think I mostly finished in July. And some of these things you might have seen already because I think I've had them somehow incorporated into a video over the last few weeks or so. This one I just finished yesterday. Actually, I'm filming this on the first day of August, and I did it mostly with all alcohol markers. Yeah, basically the whole thing is alcohol markers, and I just blended some Starjoy Gold pencils on top for skin. I didn't really write anything down. I've kind of given that up because you might have noticed in some of my earlier videos I was writing it down in my notebook, like all the colors I used and the hair combinations and everything. I'm basically either totally organized or in total chaos mode. Currently I'm kind of in a total chaos mode as of right now. So all of these things I'm going to show you, it's not in any particular order, and I probably don't remember what I did. And if any of them are attached to some sort of video I did, I will leave it in the description box. So that was this one. This is from Grazia Salvo book Loveliness. This is Women of Flowers Collection 2. She just came out with a collection of Women of Flowers Collection Part 3. And I'm really excited for it, but I'm kind of trying to wait for it to come out on Amazon in the paperback version, because as much as I really want to order it directly from her Etsy shop, the shipping is so expensive. I think it's like $38 or maybe $28, $38, something too much for me right now to spend on shipping. So I'm planning on getting it when it comes out on Amazon, and then I could just print out the pages and, you know, work out of it that way. This one is actually an incomplete one. I started this in June and I never finished it. This is from Hannah Carlson's newest book. In English, it translates to Tales from the City in the Stars. And maybe you'll see it again in 5 months from now, maybe. And let's see, this page I did is from Karolina Kubikowska's, I think, see, now I don't remember. Oh, this is from Ticket to Dreams, I believe. Ticket to Dreams. And I do have a video on how I did this on, I mounted it onto this canvas, as well as this one I did from her, and this one. This one is from Ticket to Dreams also, and I think this is from, I don't want to, oh, but this one is from Imaginary Friends. This one's from Ticket to Dreams, and this one is from Ticket to Dreams. So I got these canvases from the Dollar Tree, and I started doing some watercolors, and I mounted them onto these canvases. It was a fun project. I do have videos on those up on my channel. Okay, so next thing I have to show you is this one from Lana Green, and I just finished this one up quite recently as well. We had our spotlight artist was Lana Green in the Coloring Divas Facebook group. I do a spotlight artist event over there once a month. For July was Lana Green. She's one of my favorites currently, and this PDF I had printed off a while ago and I never colored it, so I finished coloring. I did color it this month, and I think I just did Starjoys on top of alcohol markers. And when I say alcohol markers, it's usually just like some random bunch of alcohol markers. I will use the Ohuhu markers a lot, and I have this kind of generic set that I got from AliExpress and Tombow, and what else do I use? I have some Copic sketch markers. So I have a whole bunch of different alcohol markers that I use a lot when I color. So I like how this one came out. I was kind of on the fence about it when I was coloring in her hair. I thought it looked a little bit too orange, but in the end, I like how it came out. And this one is from Rena Art, and her Etsy page is called Coloring Books 2020. I'm also in her Facebook group, and I haven't colored. I think this might even be the first page I've colored from her, even though I have a lot of her PDFs from her store, but I haven't gotten a chance to work on any of her pages yet. But this one, I saw somebody posted it up in the Facebook group, and it kind of struck me that I really wanted to color it. So this hair combo I did was one that I saw from Karen Valentine. She does like really good hair combos. You guys probably, a lot of you probably already do watch her already, but I recently discovered her not too long ago, and I really like her channel a lot, and she's really nice. So this one combo she just recently did a video on. I think it's Prismacolor Black. She, I think, did a 10% cool gray maybe, or warm gray, I don't remember, but I did 10% French gray instead, and a colorless blender to get this look. And it was pretty easy. Usually I'll use a white pencil to blend, but I like using a, almost white color, but not quite white, so that it kind of doesn't look so stark and like in your face with the highlights. So I like how this one came out too. I did a base of alcohol markers, and then pretty sure everything else is Starjoy Golds on top. I did this one page from Ellie Marks. This one is from her coloring book Foresta. This is a PDF book. Currently, you can only get it in her Etsy shop, but I think she does have plans in the future to put it up on Amazon as a regular paperback book. So I'm kind of working on doing one of these pages from the book. I'm trying to complete the book, which I've never done before. And so this one is probably the next one I'm going to be working on in August. I am on her colorist team, and that's kind of like the project I'm working on for, as far as, promoting her work. So I'm trying to hopefully finish this book eventually. So maybe I'll try and do like at least this one and maybe this one for August. Now, I didn't get too many books. Actually, I only got 2 books this month. This was one of them. So I'm not going to be doing a book haul video. So I'm just kind of incorporating it into this video, as I did color at least one page out of each of the books that I got. So this one is Find Your Aesthetic by Coco Wayo, and I did a buddy color with my friend from the Coloring Divas group, Sharonda. We did this one together and picked this one out because I thought it was kind of funny, because this is like a Find Your Aesthetic, and like it's all books like, like this girl's aesthetic is like, she's like a punk rocker and everything, and this guy likes sports. This girl looks like maybe she's an actress or she likes to produce movies. But I'm like, what is this girl's aesthetic? Is it she's like she parties? That's her aesthetic. She drinks. I don't know. I found it amusing. So that one was really fun. I like this book a lot. I did do a flip through on this. I also like that there's some men in there too, a little bit inclusive. I like it. A lot of coloring books and artists have been featuring more men. This page I did is from this coloring book is Gothic Fantasy Special Coloring Heaven. It's not really a coloring book, it's a magazine. But I pulled this page out of here. Usually I wouldn't do that. I don't like to rip pages out of my books. But I don't know, since this is like a magazine, I kind of didn't really bother me as much, I guess. And I really wanted to try it out on doing this background. I just kind of learned myself. It's adding salt, and I put some alcohol on top of watercolor. I go big, heavy duty watercolor background. No, I say heavy duty, I mean because I put a lot of water on the back. I do like how this one came out. I did put some stickles. I did this one with Mylang watercolors for the background and Arctic's colored pencils. I mounted this on top of watercolor paper so it could hold the wetness of the paint and everything. And so I did this one. A lot of people asked me about it after I posted it. So then I did another one. This time was from Molly Harrison's issue of Coloring Heaven Junior magazine. And I also ripped that page out of the magazine as well. And I mounted it onto some watercolor paper. And I did a video kind of tutorial on how to do the saltwater background on this one too. I did that for this background, and I did alcohol markers and some Prismacolors around here. It's a lot of stickles. And I tried to draw her a little face in, because some of Molly Harrison's pages don't have the face, and then some of them do. I think she added them in later, because I think a lot of people didn't like that they didn't have faces. But I don't know. Either way, I think they're cute. This is the first Molly Harrison page I think I colored. And yeah, so these two pages, these are my favorites for the month that I did. And then this one, oh, I should have showed you this one when I did the other Ellie Marks. But this one I did for Ellie Marks as well. This was one of the pages she gave us. I happened to have the book already, so I colored it in the book instead of just coloring it, like printing it out as a PDF. I did this one with stickles and alcohol markers and chalk pastel background. This book is really nice. It's an artist edition. I might have shown that one to you too. I don't even remember. The COVID kind of wiped out some of my memories, I think. It made me a little confused. But this one is, I've been working on this one for months, and I finally finished it. I know you guys, a lot of you guys have seen this one. I posted about this one a lot. But this is from Serenity by Anastasia Ellie Koldoreva. And this one, I like how it came out for the most part, but I'm not too crazy about how these bugs came out. I was actually kind of putting off doing the bugs for a really long time. I think that's kind of why it took me so long to finish it. Besides, I was kind of taking a long time to finish the hair. This was another color combo that I got from one of Karen Valentine's videos too. I'm not so good at coloring animals and bugs. And I did put some Spectrum Noir glitter brush pens on top of this bug's wings, and then I didn't like how it came out, so then I added some stickles. And I'm still not so crazy for it. I think I should have just made them look like clear wings, because now this kind of looks like just big blobs of green in the middle of the page, but oh well. But I really like how her skin came out and her hair came out. The hair was Prismacolors, and the skin was a layer of Tombow alcohol markers and Starjoy Golds on top. So that's that one. And then finally, the last picture I have to show you, I might have to zoom out. I did show this one to you guys when I did my Mardel Rubio video. I did my whole Mardel Rubio book collection, and I ended up putting this page that I did. I also mounted this one onto watercolor paper as well, and I did the background with some watercolors. I did this one with my Supervision watercolor paints, the advanced gray set, and I really wanted to do like a muted kind of color palette to this one. This is from his newest PDF book. I did a border of washi tape around it. And what did I use for this? I think I used Arctic's colored pencils on this one too. I really like those Arctic's pencils They're nice. So I've been using Arctic's colored pencils a lot, Prismacolors and Starjoy Golds. Those are kind of like my top 3 pencils right now. All right, so next up, I have a bunch of PDFs I want to show you. I figured since I don't really have a book haul to share with you guys for this month, because I did do one in June. I did get that one done. But during July, I didn't get too much, just that one Coco Wyo book and that Coloring Heaven magazine, which I ended up subscribing to Coloring Heaven magazine, and because they were having this sale for $3 an issue for the first 3 months, and I think $10 for the rest of the year. So I thought that was pretty good, since usually if I just buy a single issue, it's like around $15. So I got a whole bunch of pages. That's why I have so many here. I got a whole bunch of pages from Coloring Heaven. I think they have called a Discovery Plus Club, and I printed out off a lot of pages from that. But this page I got from, I'll tell you when we get to those. This page I just got from Jennifer Zimmerman. She had asked a question up on her Facebook group. I didn't even remember that she was giving out an image from her Etsy shop. She had asked us a question about, she's coming out with a new book soon, and she was asking, I think, about what kind of paper we preferred the books to come out on, I think. And I kind of got into a discussion with her about the KDP paper and, you know, the black back paper, how I just like the black back paper and everything. So I think she had like 4 different winners. So I got this from her Etsy shop, and so I picked this one out. It's just really pretty. I like her. I have one book from her. I think that was just like regular line art. It's a nice book, but I wasn't really so crazy about it. But I discovered that she has a lot of grayscale images up in her Etsy shop, which are really, really pretty. And the book she's planning on coming out with, I think, is going to be all grayscale. So I'm excited for that. I definitely will pick it up, and I'll do a flip through for you guys when it comes out. So this one is from her Etsy shop, and this one is from the Coloring Heaven Discovery Club. I'm trying to group them in artists so I don't get confused. But some of these I got from Etsy, and some of them are from the Coloring Heaven Discovery Club. So that one's, and then now this next bunch is from Lana Green. And as I said before, Lana Green was our spotlight artist for July. And she was having, just so happened she was having a really big sale in her Etsy shop. I think it was 60% off everything for, I think, for the whole month, maybe, or at least for a couple of weeks. I think I might have just ended on the 31st, but I ended up picking up a bunch of stuff from her shop. I already do have a lot of images from her, but I picked up a bunch that I didn't already have. This one, these 3 are from like a flower face set. They all look like kind of like elf kind of girls. This one, they all have names, but I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. This one's really cute. She's been doing a lot of younger girls portraits too. So it's got that one. I really like this one. I want to try and do some sort of glowing aspect out of the jar. I think would be really pretty. This one's really pretty too. I'm going to do some sort of sparkliness around here. That would be pretty. And this one is from the Coloring Heaven Discovery Club. And I think the rest of these are all going to be from the Coloring Heaven Discovery Club. I'm going to just flash the names up of all of these artists. All right, so that's all my pages I completed for the most part. I don't really have too many coloring plans for next month. I do want to do a color and chat video. I did ask for some questions. I'm going to be doing an Ask Me Anything or almost anything color and chat soon, upcoming. I'm going to try and film it within the next couple of weeks. So I hope everyone has a really great day. Happy coloring, and I'll see you next time.